Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop him. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the catch made by Johnson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shoot, watch the shoot. Watch it. He's checking. Crash. Check, crunch. Hey, check.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now it's Peterson. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Check. Lucky.
Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one.
Get ready. Ready, Henry. I got you, punt. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards. First down, Murray. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Going deep. It's caught at the 10. It's a gain of 35. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Charles Clay, his first touch. The new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw is Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Got a man. It's Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Jackson, and now he'll tuck it and run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. From the 34 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now it's Jackson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
I'm going back to you. I'm going.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Coming to you.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson on the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demir Bird, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Flush to his right. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a...
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Jackson now. He goes underneath to Ingram. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. To throw again on second down. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and a few inches. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Corey Peters in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Now it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal. Now brings up a decision on fourth down.
Going for it all. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
SOS. Check 26, check 26. Check 43. Kill, 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Whip. Watch the whip. Hurry up.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Cardinals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on third down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going out offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, it's Drake. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Right back to Drake. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Peters in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Brandon Williams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.